Hello everyone, welcome back, hope everyone's doing good. Okay, now, most people probably know what this map is, but this map, if you don't know, is Townhouse. Probably Yeep's most forgotten map. And earlier I was playing in here, and I realised this map is actually really cool. It has a lot of potential. Sadly it's now just in a community world, but it was one of Yeep's first ever maps. And then thinking about forgotten things got me to the conclusion of Monster. Probably the single most forgotten thing in Yeeps. Which is kind of sad. So why don't I combine these to make an almost haunted house vibe? Enjoy the revamp, and yeah. Okay, so first thing I should probably do is make things dark, because at the moment it's quite light, even though it is nighttime. So the most logical thing to do would be to put blindness down, obviously making it a lot darker. Then I can add sufficient light around the place to make it a little bit lighter. The only other option I have would be to add a skybox, but that doesn't look very good. And a lot of times they don't look that good, and yeah. So I'm probably going to be sticking with this. Okay, a few minor things have been changed. So first of all, I've put down this nice dark green grass, which looks really nice. I've also moved all the leaves from the trees. Slightly repainted this. I've also repainted these orange, because when I put blindness in, which is right here, the blindness has this really cool red effect, and so you get close and you see it's orange. It could look really cool, I think. So yeah, that's what I've got for now. I think now I'm going to work on a lot of the inside of the house. More minor additions have been added. This little graveyard over here. I know I said I was going to work on the inside, but I feel like the outside just needed a little bit more decoration. Pretty sure I've all done that now. I made the umbrella orange because spooky, I guess. And I put one witch gnome here. I have no idea why. He's just the one witch gnome. We've got one over there and they're staring each other dead in the eyes. Almost. So yeah, now I'm going to work on the inside. Okay, I've done a lot of work now to the main room. So I've added some decorations, like this is gonna fall. Also I've stocked up in a lot of places. So I'm gonna start building a basement down this way, like the one from Monster House. We've got a spider down from the ceiling. There's also chewed up the cord, a witch gnome that pushed off the radio, and a bunch of store of all the Halloween items, or most of them. And in here, you might realise that there's actually bombs and stuff, and also trying to get those bombs has the risk of these going off. Now here is the weapon storage, having stuff that the hiders could use against the monster. So obviously to get here, you're going to probably have to disarm these, only to realise the middle one is wooden and can't be broken in play mode. But if you do manage to try and sneak by and grab any of these, they should be quite useful. Even the Halloween ones, which are not very well guarded because they're not that useful. I feel like smoke and freeze are probably the most useful, which is why there's not that many as the impulse. So yeah, that's a lot of the main room done. I think I am going to keep the tan scheme unless I don't. But like, I think the tan could look kind of nice. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, a lot more has been done, and I think it actually starting to look really good. First off, I used quite a nice technique to board up the windows. Look, this place has already been abandoned. And when you have blindness, this place looks kind of creepy. I mean, with the fire, that neon red, which then fades into a neon orange, looks kind of nice. I also added spikes in the oven, because stop crawling in ovens, it's not ideal, I guess. That's where the basement will be. Down here, I've added these teeth-like things, and they're barely in distance. So I'm going to give everyone slowness when I do this map too, just for a bit added of drama. Look, these will definitely stop doing your tracks. Then we also have this, which is a hard detector screaming skull. So if you get close to him, he will start screaming. Then we have this, kind of like typical bed monster type thing. And it is Evil Frog. In here, but yeah, you will be blind during the whole of this. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I made this. Yeah. And yeah, I think he really does need that. But I do like the idea of using the traffic cones though. Does look quite nice. I also made this fit with the bed, making it look really uneven. Kind of like. Also, making all the lights neon orange is a really good decision. It makes it so much darker. So yeah, I'm still gonna work my way through some of the rest of the rooms, like what's through here and stuff. But yeah, cut to when I've done that. Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing good. It may have been like 5 seconds for you, but it's been a whole day for me. So I've play tested this map like 5 times now. I know there's some quite good common strategies. Also, the smoke bombs probably used the most. I've blocked off the basement for now, but that will reopen again soon. Still got all the same stuff out here and stuff, with everything like that. Yeah. So what I'm going to be working on now is going to be working on this room. I'm going to do a bit of work on this storage room, and since it does also link into that room. So yeah, I'm going to work on that. See you guys in like 30 seconds. Okay, I've done this room. First of all, I already filled it with spiders and cobwebs. So you have a very high chance, because when we've played it, I noticed that people were often running out of cotton. So you can use these. You'll also be able to use these significantly to your advantage, but there is high dangers. So if someone does get tagged, they will respawn. They have a chance to respawn in that one area, which would be really bad. Also, hider detectors everywhere in here. And also, if you try and take the corner, so you're running in from here, you hit the corner, you could get stuck on that, which could be quite bad. But yeah, that's this room done. I'm now going to work on this hallway. Okay, so I've upgraded this room now. So we've got, well, we've already seen this. But, so I made all the floor ice. Also added this zip line, which will take you up to 2nd floor, obviously. Then, I thought the idea of like having a bit where you had to like try and dodge the tombstones could kind of be cool. I feel like it could be kind of fun, but I don't know. Yeah, so that's those done. Now, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I've done everything on 1st floor. But I do need to check. So I've done this room, that room, this room, this room. I believe that's everything on 1st floor done. So, yeah, now I'm going to start working on 2nd floor, starting with the stairs. Okay, I've added a bit to the stairs, not too much though, because I think they are already quite good and spooky. So, obviously, one of the steps is now, like, spikes and stuff. Also up here, I made this whole thing brittle blocks, because maybe you could try and use that. So, say you're running, monster chases you, he goes all the way down there. And then, since you don't have grapplers, it'll be kind of difficult to get back up. There's also this cool zip line, which can take you out, and then you can run outside the door. That's mainly it for the stairs. Obviously, with the brittle blocks, I have kind of expanded into the hallway. So, now I'm going to do this room. This is quite a large room. Okay, this room is now done. I've actually changed quite a bit in this room. So, first I've added bars to the window with quite an easy escape route. Somewhere either the monster could come in from, or you could try and crawl out of. Sadly, this room was pretty safe, so I did have to add a death teleporter up for the monster. This is quite a high risk, high reward thing. You can stand up here and then grab these. Also, you've already got the roof exit. I don't feel like that. I feel like you probably keep that because it looks cool. So here, you have a little, quite small opening, but this one's an icicle, so you have to crawl through kind of quickly. And I didn't really want to make it harder for the people down here, so the cobweb does catch that. Oh, and I also added some bones to the teeth. It looks like they've eaten something. Or someone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's most of this room done. I couldn't really see much else of what I could do with this room. But this could be quite a cool hiding spot though. So I think I'm actually going to keep this bit. Okay, now I'm going to work on this area. Past the brittle blocks. And not the attic. I'm actually just going to keep this because it looks nice. It's already got kind of a spooky vibe. Even with stuff breaking, but like... Yeah, so I'm going to work on this area. Okay, I've done a little bit more. I didn't really know what to do with this area because there really isn't much. Main thing I could do is make a broken support beam which has fallen down. It's got like it's snapped. And then we have the deadly chair. If you come near this as a hider, that hider detector will trigger all those bombs. So, pretty dangerous. Oh, also sitting on it can trigger the bombs, which is why I'm not going to do that. And having a lot of bombs near you does normally make the monster assume where you are. So that could be quite lethal. But I'm going to make really high risk, high reward. You come past here, so this room's going to be absolutely loaded with stuff. I know there is another way in, but like, this is also kind of risky to get to. I'll make that risky. So yeah. Also with the zip line, could help. So yeah, I'm going to make this room really good. Okay, I've made probably, could potentially be a big mistake. But in this little corner is a turret. Which could be extremely useful for either the hiders or the monsters, depending on who gets this first. But since I don't want people to just camp in this room, I've made 2 death teleporters. Imagine just sitting here, and then a monster eats the block below you. But, to get revenge, you could teleport back here, and then... But they might run away on the zipline. Who knows? So yeah. This room could be absolutely detrimental. Yeah. Actually, I think if I cover up a bit more. Just to dig through a little. Oh, and I've also added this. Which is a bit evil. Basically, those are bouncy castles, all of them. So you could do something like that, and then try and change course mid-air to go on the zipline. Because if you're wondering how this works, it's the bouncy castle pillow. But when you place it like that, because of these little corner bits, it actually looks like it's actually a block. It looks like it's wood. So you wouldn't normally assume. But yeah. Kind of do some cool stuff with this. So yeah. More revamping. Don't know which room I'm gonna do next, but yeah, you'll cut back, and when I cut back, you'll see it. Okay, it's day 3 of building this. I didn't get much done yesterday, but yeah, I was kind of busy. So I'm pretty sure this is the last room, and I've kind of changed my mind about the blindness, because when you use blindness, you can't actually. I don't think you can see enough. Like, you wouldn't even know there's a basement there. Like, you couldn't see, you could barely even see the icicles. You couldn't see anything ahead of you. Like, I do like this bit though, because you generally can't see what's down there. But, you can barely see anything. You can't see, oh, why is it just a random block here? Because the support beam's broken. So I think instead I'm going to build a sky base with a mixture of wood and void blocks. So I'm going to finish this room. I forgot I was there. See, exactly, you can't even see. I'm going to get rid of this. Finish this room up there. And then I'm going to start working on the skybox. Okay. Okay, so I've added the final room. Well, I mean, not including the basement and the skybox I've still got to build. So we've got this nice cobwebbed area. Also we have this bit which you have to get a key for. The key for that is right over here. So that will let you in the other room. Yeah, so that will let you in here. Which I don't know if that would be used to your advantage, but I feel like it's just cool. Because people are going to probably risk their lives for that key. Just to realise, oh, it takes me to a room where the monster can spawn. So yeah. That's it for this. Now I'm going to start working on the skybox. Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're doing good. Okay, after a long time, I'm finally finished. This has taken a while, but I think it was worth it. Okay, so I've obviously added all this around the front. I've expanded the graveyard a little. Oh, and obviously there's a giant skybox. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys a full tour. So down here we have the basement. The full bottom bit. Where we have, this is kind of how the monsters are made. And this is the most likely place for they are to spawn. Almost guaranteed that they'll be here. Going up here we then have the fireplace. I decided to get rid of the blindness mainly because the way it made stuff look. Also, yeah, we've got stuff like the furnace. That's, I guess, fueling the place. Still got all the traps here. Up here we've got the thing. Actually, I'll show you guys this first. Also, hidden around the map is the ingredients to make a strength potion. And night vision potion. It's also got the secret there. You won't know if you get too close, he will scream. The evil frog, who is very spooky evil frog. Yeah, there's a lot of cobwebs. We got the guy that peed. Yeah, I don't know how I made this. I got evil frog up there. Don't know if you guys saw that earlier. Yeah, so that's mainly it for the first floor, apart from this quite cool room, which I liked it. I know that it is really dark, but it looks really nice. Yeah, so in here we have this really dark room that's kind of got like a bowling alley kind of vibe with the ice on the floor that you then have to try and use to dodge the things. Out here we have another ingredient, and the ingredient to night vision. Crap. Yeah, we have all of those along with the witch gnome, which is quite cool. Down here we got the little pumpkin patch, which adds quite a nice little bit of light, I think. And that's pretty much it for the first floor. Moving on to the second, we've got the cool spiderweb design, along with the spiderwebs in here. Then we have this bit on the floor, the brittle blocks, with the support beam that's broken. And more spider lore, I have no idea why I made that. We also have then this quite potentially deadly trap, which the hunter detector will activate all those bombs. We also have a extremely useful turret in here. But this room is quite well guarded, having a monster thing here, which you probably can't see because it's quite dark, and having a monster thing here. So I've seen one playtesting, we had people just chilling here. So now the monster can just literally rip up your bed and then eat you. Oh yeah, that's quite cool. Also, I like the fact you can't see down. That's the storage room. Then we also have up here, which requires a key to get into that other room. And that is mainly it for a lot of this bit. This has taken a while to make. It's been a very fun room out there. Yeah, so, oh, and if you're wondering, the key was for that other thing. The key for the door is right up there. So yeah, oh wait, no, you still have the secret room. I forgot, it's so hidden I actually forgot it existed. Firstly, you could use that for routes, but also, it is actually a pillar. It is incredibly dark in here. And I kind of like it that way. I am going to keep it that way. So first we've got the broken bars with this cool organ thing built in here. And we also have these 2 cotton storage blocks, which you can try and risk and grab. We also then in here have this, which you can try and crawl through, and if you're being chased by the monster, they normally do get hit by the icicle. So yeah, hope you guys are doing good, and hope you guys enjoy the revamp. Yeah, and goodbye. Hello everyone, this is still gonna be part of the same video, because even though it's been like 2 hours for me, it's been like 30 seconds for you. So yeah, if you want to see this map in my community world, I don't know, but should I put this map in my community world? Leave your answer in the comments if you want this to be in the community. If you don't, it will stay eternally in here, because I really like it, and I don't want to get rid of it. But yeah, hope you guys are doing good, and goodbye.